Yep, it is that time of year, time to file your taxes. And for thousands of Americans, it could also be a time for scams. The IRS is sounding the alarm, and Ebru's Derricke Dennis is live in Jersey City, New Jersey, with a warning from the Internal Revenue Service. Derricke.
Well, Logan, tax offices like the one behind me here are very busy right now. But in addition to filing the taxes of taxpayers, they're also warning them about scams in many different forms coming from scam artists trying to steal their tax returns from the mail. Official tax returns from the Internal Revenue Service. Millions of Americans are expecting thousands of dollars in tax refunds this time of year. But postal worker Richard Russo says it's also time for scams showing up through the mail.
Actually, at one time, there was every house on the street was getting one, and they were all fraudulent names.
It can start at your local post office. Fraudulent tax refund checks passing through the mail and ending up in mailboxes across the U.S. The elderly, most at risk.
Well, I think that's unfair because I think elderly people don't have a say, or don't have too much control over what goes on in their lives, and they're not aware of it.
Then there's the scam telephone call, typically from an official Washington, D.C. telephone line with the area code 202, asking for a credit card or social security number.
Well, people should know not to trust people who call on the telephone and ask for your credit card information. You know, you just have to be super careful these days.
In a statement, the IRS says we encourage taxpayers to guard against being misled by unscrupulous individuals trying to persuade them to give out their social security numbers and personal financial information.
The IRS catches everybody after a while. So, there's only scammers that could do it for such a while, Then after that, they're a done deal.
One other target group for IRS fraud, citizens from Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rican residents are not required to file a federal tax return if they have not worked outside of Puerto Rico within the last year. So they're only required to file state returns.
So tax filers, beware. Scams this tax filing season are just a mailbox or phone call away. And the word from the IRS in terms of advice is to have and be vigilant about your tax return. For taxpayers, that means not giving out your social security number or any credit card information over the phone. That won't happen, according to the IRS. And also, maybe alert your neighborhood postman, your mailman or woman, that you're expecting a tax return in the mail. They'll keep an eye out for you and make sure that envelope gets in your hands. Live tonight in Jersey City, New Jersey, I'm Derricke Dennis for Ebru News. Logan, back to you.
Derricke, I guess the bottom line is this. If you don't know who the caller is or don't know who the sender is, either hang up or rip it up, depending on the circumstance.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, you definitely want to make sure that if you're taking a foreign phone call or a call from a different area code that you don't recognize, definitely don't give your information out, even if they claim to be an official IRS worker. But as I mentioned in the piece, it's not just over the phone. Scammers are stealing checks out of your mailbox. So you might want to invest in a lockbox or, as I said, alert your mailman that you're expecting that check in the mail.
Good advice. Derricke Dennis reporting live tonight. Thank you so much.